For our windshield survey assessment, we chose to do the town of Mount Moriah. Mount Moriah is a small town of 752 residents and it is located on the west coast of Newfoundland and Labrador. It is on Route 450. Mount Moriah begins after Curling and ends before you enter Halfway Point. This small town is located approximately 9 kilometers from Corner Brook, which is about a 10-minute drive. The bridge over Cooks Brook signifies the end of Mount Moriah. Mount Moriah offers a variety of houses including new and old, single dwelling, and apartments. The apartments vary from new and old and are mainly located on the main road. These apartments are not very well advertised, which would make it difficult for newcomers. The older houses are located for the most part on the main road. On one side of the road, these houses are located under the bank, which may make it difficult to find parking and to access the houses. The newer houses are predominantly located on the side roads. Most of these roads are steep hills and are often difficult to access even in car due to weather. The most notable side road is the new development, which is named David's Drive. David's Drive has its own water supply and a walking trail which leads to Murley's Pond, which is a great place to go skating in the wintertime. Vehicles such as trucks and cars are most commonly used within Mount Moriah. There are also several people who choose to use their ATVs and snowmobiles. There is no public bus system within Mount Moriah, however they do have a school bus for transportation for children. Mount Moriah does not have their own taxi service, however if you are in need of a taxi, you can call the taxi service in Corner Brook and they will bring you where you want to go. While doing our assessment of the community of Mount Moriah, we came across many unexpected observations. Firstly, we observed that although Mount Moriah has approximately 700 people, there is actually only one convenience store located in the community. It is called Cash and Carry and it is open daily. Cash and Carry sell a variety of products including knitted goods, basic house supplies, basic food necessities, along with a great selection of frozen food. This convenience store, though, being the only one in its community, does not sell fresh fruits and vegetables. Throughout our assessment of the community, we observed several observations that indicate the general health of the geographic community. Although the homes in the community are generally well kept up, there are several homes which have been abandoned and are boarded up, and this can pose a threat to younger children who are at play. The streets of Mount Moriah are usually clean and free of garbage. Another bonus about this community is that it has really good air quality. Mount Moriah is located about 9 kilometers away from Corner Brook, making it a short 10-minute drive. Residents of Mount Moriah are able to come to Corner Brook to access a variety of services. Although the community is only located 10 minutes away from Corner Brook, it can be hard for residents to access fresh fruits, vegetables, or meat if they do not have a vehicle. Although there is a convenience store within the community, they don't offer fresh produce. Despite the small size of the community, Mount Moriah has many strengths. One major strength includes the volunteer fire department, who are always more than ready to offer their services. They also do plan many events for the children within the community. There is also a convenience store named Cash and Carry, which carries the basic necessities that the town may need. These basic necessities involve frozen food items, condiments, basic house supplies, and several other things. The community of Mount Moriah also has a takeout that's called C&E Takeout. Although it is only open in the spring and summertime, many residents of the community and neighboring communities take advantage of the service. It is a place where you can get a lot of good home-cooked meals as well as socialize with your friends. You can also find a family-owned auto body shop, Edmund Service Center, which will provide a variety of services for you. Along with that, the community also has their own post office. There are also many home-based daycares within the community where residents take care of children in the comfort of their own homes. There is a licensed home-based daycare in Mount Moriah, which is called Caterpillar Clubhouse. There is also a school bus system, which allows the children to safely arrive to school without their parents having to bring them. Also, there are new housing developments, and an example of this would be David's Drive. In addition, the community offers a lot of opportunities for recreational activities. For example, there are several walking trails, they have parks, ATV and snowmobile trails, and they also have a park where you can enjoy a walk or allow your children to play. This community is also fortunate enough to have guardrails and cellular services which could come in handy in emergencies. And of course, the community has a beautiful view overlooking the Bay of Islands. Along with the community's many outstanding strengths, it does present several challenges as well. And as we've seen firsthand, many of these challenges are very apparent during the winter. After big winter storms in Mount Moriah, the plow will only clear the main road, as the town does not have their own plow. The off-roads, however, are generally left full of snow. There is a small truck within the community that has a built-on plow that will clear some roads, but however, is not very efficient or effective at cleaning all the snow. This can pose a major risk to residents of the community if they are looking to travel within or even outside the community, whether it be for work or for special needs. Considering the hospital is 10 minutes away, snowy roads can also pose an issue if an ambulance needs to take someone to the hospital, as this prolongs the time it takes to get there. Another major issue that the community experiences is the issue of many water shutoffs. Water shutoffs within Mount Moriah are generally caused due to breaks in the line in the neighboring community of Curling. This often leads to having a boil order in effect. A third challenge in which this community faces is the fact that it's very hard to access the town's community hall and playground. Both are located down a very steep hill, and it makes these places very difficult to get to. It can be very difficult to get to these buildings and parks, especially as a young child or as an elderly person. And unfortunately, there are no sidewalks within the community, and this leads to many people walking on the road, which proves to be very dangerous, especially on younger children. Unfortunately, there is no community health nurse within the community. There is also no drugstore or clinic located in Mount Moriah. However, there is a small selection of basic medical needs that are carried at the store Cash and Carry. Snowmobile and ATV would be an especially important teaching point for a community health nurse within the community. It would be especially important as ATVs and snowmobiles are a major method of transportation for residents within the community. There are several other things that a community health nurse could also implement throughout the community. Such things consist of sidewalk safety, the proper use of handicap signs, and they could also implement access to fresh fruits, vegetables, and meals, considering the community is lacking.